And now on to line number 4. Line number 4 is Tanka, Tata, Dada, Dada, Nana. So you're using the tip of your tongue against the roof of your mouth, but you're flicking it a little bit more. And they're harder sounds than this line here. So cha-cha versus danka. So these are sounds related to the letter T and the letter D in English. So we have danka first of all. That's letter number 16 overall, but it's the first letter in line number 4. And it's quite easy to write. Horizontal line across the top, and then at the end start going down, but then you go around and make a semicircle. फिर तो कर दिया टांका टांका. And it looks a bit like iri, except this bit here isn't closed. If you closed it, that would make it letter iri, but you're keeping it open. There's no line here, so you get the letter danka. फिर तो लिख दिया. We'll write it 4 times. Danka. Danka. So as you can see, you can do it as a continuous shape without lifting your pen, or you can do it as 2 separate lines. So this one across and then down and round. Danka. And some words beginning with this letter. Tomato. Tomato is a tomato. Deda. Deda is diagonal or wonky. Deda. Darni. Darni is a branch of a tree. Darni. And Depusi. Depusi is a little jump or a skip or a hop. Depusi. Next letter is Tata. So if you practice the difference between these, Danka, Tata, D, T. So if you're just adding a R sound after it, you go Da versus Ta. So it's more explosive. Ta, Tata. Tata, you're expelling a lot more air, a lot more breath with this letter. Tata. And it's actually similar to how you write Danka, but instead of starting at the end, you start in the middle of that horizontal line. You go down for a bit and then you loop around to your left and then all the way back round to make a circle. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. It can be a bit of an oval if you want it. Ta-ta. Or it can be a circle. Ta-ta. Right, let's write it 4 times on the screen. Ta-ta. Oops, that should be closed. Ta-ta. Alright. Some words beginning with ta-ta. Ta. Ta is literally like a crash or a bang. So it's the sound of an explosion or a bang. Ta. Tund. Tund is cold. Tund is the cold. Todi. Todi is your chin. Todi. And tarna. Tarna means to wait. Terna, to wait or to stay somewhere. Terna. And then we have da. Da is like a D sound, or if you add two Ds to make it a stronger D sound. Da. This is how we write it. Horizontal line across, and then you go down at a bit of an angle. You mirror that, but you go around and then you loop it. But the loop does not have a tail, so you just touch the line and you leave it there. Da. It doesn't have to look exactly the same every time. Da. Important thing is, there's none of this happening in the middle. There's no loop in the middle. So it looks a bit like a letter 3 with this loop at the end, but it doesn't have a tail. That would turn it into how you write the number 3 in Punjabi. Da. And again, you can either just do it in one motion without taking your pen off the paper, or you can do it in 2. Do that horizontal line at the top, and then go like this. So, da, and again, da. And some words beginning with this letter. Da, daddu. A daddu is a frog. Daddu. Dabba. Dabba is a box. Dabba. Darna. Darna is to be scared or to be frightened. Darna. And dakya. Dakya is a postman. Dakya. Next letter is da. So these two letters are quite similar. So if you listen carefully and practice, da, 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 da. Again, if we revisit the letters before, gaga, gaga, jaja, jaja, dada, 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 and baba, and baba. So they all have a similar difference between them, but here we're focusing on dada and dada at the moment. Dada. So horizontal line across, and then start coming down, across like you're going to write cha, but instead of going up, you make a little loop at the end. And again, there's no tail. So you're just touching that line and closing it off. Da. And it looks very similar to another letter in the line after it. Da. Da. Mirna likho, de bolo. Da. Da. Right, let's write it 4 times like we're doing with the others. Da. Da. And then twice more. Da. ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ? So some words beginning with da are ਢੇਰ. ਢੇਰ. ਢੇਰ is like a heap or a lot of something. ਢੇਰ. And there's a pile or a heap of something. Well, there's a lot of items. ਢੇਰ. Dol. Dol is a type of drum, which is quite big, and you play with 2 sticks. dol. It's very commonly used in Bhangra music. Dai. Dai is 2:30 or 2:30. Dai and Dakkan. Dakkan. Dakkan is a lid. So now we're at the end of line 4. Nana. Nana is letter number 20, or it's the 5th letter in line 4. Nana. It's a bit tricky to say, there's no equivalent in English. You might want to represent it with an NH when you're writing Punjabi words using English letters. But it's pronounced Nana. So you flick your tongue from the roof of your mouth down, almost touching your bottom teeth. Nana, Nana. And if you're having trouble, sometimes you can replace it with a letter N when you're saying it, and people will usually understand what you're saying. But it's pronounced Nana, so you might have to practice this a couple of times. Digital Likryo, you do this horizontal line across, and then a third of the way across you do this lines slanting downwards, then a little thing coming down, and then go around and loop back round. So it's a bit like you're writing a danka with this extra line added on. A little bit like that. So you can compare Nana versus danka. चलो दो चार बारी और लिखिए. Nana. And in your textbooks you might see this as Nana Kali, because there aren't really any words which begin with this letter, apart from in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, in a couple of places, but not very often at all. Nana. So horizontal line across, the line coming down diagonally, go down for a bit and then loop around. Nana. Nana. And you can see at the top how differently it's written with each of the different fonts. But you'll find your own way to write this letter. And hopefully it'll be a lot neater than mine. Nana. Right, so a couple of words beginning with, that use this letter are Barney. So it's the letter here, Barney. Barney is water. Garnik. Garnik is wheat. Garnik. And loon. Loon is salt. Loon.